There was a famous professor at a very prestigious university, okay? This was in England, and there was a graduation going on. And this graduation was a very important event. You understand? Well, they wanted to get the best, most popular, prestigious professor to be the special guest speaker. So everyone was on the edge of their seat, you know what I mean? On the edge of their seat, just waiting for this speaker to speak. And he walked up to the podium like this. He came up to the podium and he said something interesting. He said, "Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so." And he put his microphone down and he went back and sat down. Now everyone was in shock, in horror. When is he going to speak? But you know, he gave the most important message that could ever be spoken, right? Can you say that with me this morning? Let's say it together. Jesus loves me,
this I know,
for the Bible tells me so. So that's the message of the gospel, right? Jesus loves us. And we know that. Why? Because he told us so. He told us in the Bible, but he also came to this earth and he told us by actually living with us. Now, I did something. I started thinking, you know, I can vaguely, in my mind, I can vaguely start to conceive of what it was like for Jesus. When I went to Tacloban and lived with those people, those survivors, with no houses. Now, if I'm in America and I start to talk to you about Tacloban and the sickness and the disease, and you come to me and say, "Did you go there? Did you see it?" No, I saw the news, I saw the television. You probably wouldn't be so interested, right, in believing me. But if I said, yes, I went there, I lived with them, I suffered with them, I ate with them, then you can start to understand, right? And Jesus came to this earth to live with us, to suffer with us, to eat with us, to experience everything and the hardships that we were to go through. And so our sister here asked me, what's the opening Bible verse? And I immediately thought 1 Corinthians 10:31, right? Now George and Brando, is that your name? Brother here, we were talking, you know, a week or so ago on the subject of health. Now, health has been my expertise and my topic of discussion for 20-some years of my life. So, it's the subject that we're going to choose this morning. And 1 Corinthians 10:31 says, "Whatsoever you eat or drink, do all to the honor and glory of God." Right? So how do we eat and how do we drink to the honor and glory of God? Now, I had a nice idea here, because this is a radio mic, and I'm going to kind of, how many of you understand me? Because, you know, they're speaking English in Cebu. This is practically America. You understand me? So if I were to go around and start shaking hands, say, "Hello, I'm Steve, I'm your friend. I'm your friend." You understand that? I'm your friend. I'm going to eat what you eat, do what you do, go where you go, dress what you wear. I'm your friend. You understand? I'm your friend. My name is Steve. I'm your friend. And I'm going to just go around and introduce myself because I'm your friend. I'm going to go where you go, do what you do, eat what you eat, drink what you drink, because I'm your friend. And I want to be accepted. You understand that? Do you understand, Mom? I'm your friend. I want everyone to know I'm your friend. So I'm going to go everywhere you go, do what you do, eat what you eat, drink what you drink. If it's tuba, if it's liquor, it's okay, right? I'm going to eat anything you eat. If you want to go to the bar and drink, am I really your friend? Am I your friend if I do that? But you know what? So many young people are that way, right? You understand American humor? You understand when I'm joking? I'm not really going to do those things. But that's how friends tend to be, right? They say, I'm your friend. Oh, but come on with me. I'm going to go do this. Oh, okay, I'm your friend, so I'm going to do that. But is that really a friend? Let me tell you, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, children, everybody here, it doesn't take anyone special to go along with a crowd. But it takes a man, a real man, and a real woman to stand up and say, no. It takes a real man to stand up and say what? No. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm your friend. That's why I'm not going to do it, because I am your friend. So this morning, I want to discuss this topic of hell. I started opening up the Bible and started looking into different places, and interestingly enough, Revelation 18:23 popped out at me. Revelation 18:23. So I'm going to read that to you. Now, it may be a little bit difficult for some of you to comprehend this, but this is talking about Babylon. And the light of the lamp shall not shine in you anymore, and the voice of the bridegroom and the bride shall not be heard in you anymore. For your merchants, the merchants, were the great men of the earth, the doctors, those selling all kinds of things. In this particular case, if you study this deep, it was the merchants selling medicines. For your sorcery, by your sorcery, which is translated pharmacy, all the nations were deceived. Do you understand that? So let me tell you how we're deceived in the world today. We're going to expose the devil, and then we're going to expose God. How about that? Would you like to know kind of what the devil is planning to deceive the world? There are many, many different vices, many different ways that the devil deceives. But let's say that your body has a sickness. You come down with some sort of a sickness, okay? So the first thing you do is go to the doctor, right? Now I encourage people, get on your knees and pray. Ask God for direction. Getting well sometimes is as simple as stopping from doing what it is that's making you sick. Sometimes it's that incredibly simple. If you're sick, you stop doing what's making you sick. And sometimes, and I believe in all cases, when you get on your knees and pray to God and ask Him to give you direction, He will give it. And I'm not saying that all doctors are bad, but what I'm saying is that people go to the doctor. And so the doctor is a highly trained and educated person, right? So what they're going to do is they're going to check your symptoms. They're going to check your symptoms. What are your symptoms? You have a fever. You have this. You have that. And then they're going to give you a diagnosis. They are going to give you a diagnosis. They're going to say, this is what's wrong with you. You have diabetes. You have cancer. Or maybe you have dengue. You have pneumonia. Then they are going to give you a prognosis. Diagnosis and then prognosis, right? The prognosis is what is going to happen to you. What is going to happen to you? Are you going to die? Are you going to go through months of sickness in bed? What is going to be the next month of your life. The doctor is going to tell you. And this is where it's very, very true. The doctor is right. If, now there's a big question here. If the doctor understands and knows you and each one here. But what if the doctor does not know you? What if he doesn't know you? What if you tell the doctor this? Well, doctor, I understand that I have cancer, and I understand that you're telling me I will be dead in 3 months. But doctor, what if I change my diet? What if I change my lifestyle? What if I change the course of direction that I'm on? What if I change and go this way? What if I do that, doctor? Let me tell you, the doctors don't know the answer usually, because the doctors understand that people usually don't change the course of action that they are taking. They continue that same destructive course. They continue that same lifestyle. They continue that same diet. And so the doctors have figured out, you see, medicine is all based on the average human being. But the question I ask you is, what if you decide not to be the